Welcome to our very first team call of 2017. I'm super excited to have these calls because I'm going to be following a little bit different of a format. One being the time, so thank you guys for hopping on now. Wednesday nights at 5 p.m. Eastern isn't the most convenient for everyone. That was on the calls when we had them at 8:30 on Thursday. But one of my goals this year is to have better work-life balance, and so having it at 5 p.m. on Wednesdays is better for me. And I also think we're going to get a newer crowd. Like some of these faces I haven't seen you guys in a while on a call, so I'm hoping that this will work better for some newer people or just people who couldn't join the other calls. So I'm going to start off every call with a little bit of recognition, and I have a slide where we'll start off with Success Club. So as of right now, just myself and Mallory Flynn are the first two people to have locked in Success Club already. Obviously, it's only January 4th, so huge shout out to Mallory and everyone who's almost there. We have Nicole Faulkner and Kate Patterson with 3 points. Carly Dunlevy, Jessica Vunk, Allison Anglin, Lauren Osborne, Sarah Roche, Nicole Bowers, Ashley Hook, Nicole Maston, Brandy Mark, Travis Maston, Danielle Blavelt, totally messed that up, Caitlin Tennyson, Caitlin Thiel, Liz Barrios, Idris Valenzuela, Gina Cooper, and Sandy Knox. All of you guys are, between 1 to 2 people away from locking in Success Club, especially since this month the All Access Challenge Pack is 3 points. So a lot of you guys are super close, and some of you may even, if you sold one today, that extra point is not yet reflected. The extra point, so the 3rd point from the All Access Challenge Pack, is only uploaded once a week. So, and it's every Tuesday. So if you were to sell a challenge pack of the All Access today, tomorrow morning, you'd see 2 extra points, and the 3rd one would come in next week. So don't freak out if you don't see all 3 points there. It's just until corporate can update the system behind the scenes. Then it'll be automatic, but for now it's just a one-time, once-a-week load. Next, we have the leadership ladder, and this actually isn't up to date because the list comes out on the 5th of the month. So this is still the list from last month. Ashley LaSure is our team leader. And then team builders, we've got Ashley Robustiano, Nicole Faulkner, Nicole Maston, Carly Dunlevy, Sandy Glant, and Nicole Bowers. And then business starters, we had Chelsea Romano, Andrea McCracken, Tiffany Miller, Bailey Rosberg, Gretchen Hawley, Megan Miller, Jackie Newberry, Julianne Lundy, Travis Maston, Justin Faulkner, Caitlin Thiel, Mallory Flynn, Jess Funk, Shannon Mataraki, Sandy Knox, Kristen McKenzie, Lana Lawrence, and Joni Rayburn. So awesome job, you guys. We're going to have a huge focus on the leadership ladder this year because, actually, I'll get into that in a little bit. So first, just some quick reminders for you guys. The newest challenge pack, which is super hot right now, is the All Access Beachbody On Demand. Hopefully you know what that is. If you don't, it's an annual membership to Beachbody On Demand to every single program. So right now, just our BOD challenge pack, which is $140, that comes with limited programs. So you still have to pay to unlock extra programs. So this All Access BOD is every single program for an entire year. And it comes with Shakeology, which is on sale for $199. Temporarily, it will increase. And right now, that comes to about $16.50 a month. So if you've been seeing Coach posts about how you can get like basically everything you need for $16 a month, this is what they're referring to. And then we also still have Core to Forces on sale until January 12th, I believe. Country Heat is on sale until January 9th. 21 Day Fix, I believe, is also on sale until the 12th. So if you have people that want those bundles, get them signed up with it ASAP because after the 12th, they're all increasing up until, I think they're like $160 normally. This week's focus areas: promote the All Access BOD. To be honest, I haven't been doing a great job at this part. I've had people come to me saying, I'm seeing all these other coach posts about Beachbody On Demand, tell me what it is. And so that's my bad because I'm not out there promoting it. But luckily those people are already my clients. If you're not promoting it and you're a newer coach, your followers will not know. They're going to go to another coach. So make sure that you are promoting it, make sure that you're talking about it with people, and make sure that your followers know what it is and that they can get it from you. And then the two things that I always focus on the first week of the month is new connections. Just get out there, expand your network, talk to more people, and new invites. The people that I connect with turn into my invites later on in the week. So this is the best time of the month to do it, because very rarely will you invite someone and that same day they sign up, or even that same week will they sign up. So this is why the first week and second week of the month, I'm heavy hitting new connections and new invites. Something extra for you guys, 3 things extra actually. Super Saturdays this weekend. They're in locations all over the US and Canada. So find a location closest to you. In your online office, go to training and events, and then Super Saturday. And you'll be able to type in your zip code and find the closest one. Okay, so now I'm going to talk a little bit about the leadership ladder. That is going to be a big focus that our team will be focusing on this year, because while Success Club is amazing, if you hit Success Club, you know for a matter of fact you're moving your business forward every month. That's only a very small part to overall success and wealth in Beachbody. So I feel like I'm doing a disservice for you guys when I'm only highlighting people who hit Success Club. So I'm going to be talking a lot more about the leadership ladder, and I could probably do a full training on this, but just so you guys know that the different areas that we're going to be focusing on, and each of these areas will, help your business get a solid foundation and continue to grow. You might be you might hit Success Club 50, but you're an Emerald coach and you don't have any coaches hitting Success Club, and you don't have a high week leg volume. You're not going to have overall wealth and success in this business. When you focus on each of these areas, that's when both those things will start to grow. So one of those things is monthly earnings. Honestly, I don't even want you guys to focus on that, because that comes with the rest of these things. So that first thing is Success Club points. You have to hit Success Club. Obviously, it's no matter what in your business is. Your highest paid rank. So business starter, you're just a coach, and I won't go through all this. You guys can clearly see what each one is. The goal is to get obviously to executive leader, but my goal for our team is to work on this team leader. Don't set too big of a goal for yourself. It could take, I've been coaching for 3 years and I'm not an executive leader. So start smaller, business starter, team builder, team leader is where we want people to be. Highest pay, we just did that. Personally sponsored coaches with Success Club points. This one I love, because your coaches don't even need to hit Success Club, you guys. They don't even need to hit it. They just need to help one person. So you, as the mentor of your coaches that want to inspire others and pay it forward, that's your goal, is to help them help one person. Once they do that, they'll catch the bug. Right? Remember when you sold your first challenge pack and you're like, oh my God, that's $40. Or now if they sell the all access pass, it's $70. That's almost half of their, or more than half of their Shakeology each month, right? We just want them to help one person. Monthly week leg volume. Again, this one don't even focus on, because when you're focusing on Success Club rank and helping your coaches get Success Club points, this will naturally grow. And then personally sponsored team leaders. So the only way you get to organization leader and executive leader is if you grow team leaders. So not only do I want you guys to hit team leader, I want your coaches to hit team leader, your coaches' coaches to hit team leader. All of this eventually will be at the organization leader and executive leader level. That's my hope for our team. So just my little bit about that. And then lastly, for team calls this year, I'm just going to stop sharing. So team calls this year are going to work a little bit different. I'm going to be the speaker every other week. And so what I'll be talking about is a different topic every week, but I'm going to get back to the basics. I think I love, love, love having guests on our team calls, but I think a lot of times we miss out on the basics, on what we need to be doing to move our business forward, especially the newer coaches that join our team. What if that week we're talking about team cycle bonuses and they have no idea what emerald rank is, So every other week we're going to have a back to the basics call. I'll have a certain topic, so it won't be the same thing every time. And it'll be a great refresher for veteran coaches and exactly what newer coaches need. And then the other weeks we're going to have special guests where you'll get motivation, new strategies on maybe how to recruit, how to expand people to your network and things like that. So just a little heads up for that. So this week is me as your guest speaker, so welcome. We are going to be talking about falling in love with coaching. And what this comes down to for me is becoming passionate about your business. And I was trying to think, why do I love coaching so much, right? From the day that I started, I was gung-ho about coaching. I jumped right in, and I had such motivation to help more people. And I was trying to think of how can I help new coaches, maybe veteran coaches that lost some steam, or wherever you fall. How can I help you guys fall back in love with coaching? And what it came down to, for the most part, was having a vision. It hit me because there were a few months last year where I would wake up in the morning and I would have zero motivation to send invites, to expand my network, to do any of that. And guess what? I didn't. I didn't do that. I had really slow months because I had no motivation. And it was at those times that I lost track of my vision. If you guys don't have a vision, why would you log in the morning and want to send invites? Why would you want to hit Success Club? Why would you believe that you can grow an income when you don't even know that the opportunity is there because you don't believe it's there? So the very first step for me, and what I think will be for you, to falling in love with coaching again or for the first time, is to have a vision. And I'm not even talking about a business vision. I'm talking about a life vision. So think way bigger than Beachbody. Think about your life and what you want to accomplish within, the next year, 3 year, 10 years. Have lots of different visions and picture your life how you want it, at least as of right now. Obviously that can change. So for me, when I first started, my vision was to be debt-free and pay off my student loans. And that was enough to drive me in my business. Now I want to save up for a house within the next couple of years. I'm getting married, so I want to be able to pay for my wedding. Think about what you want your life to be like, and then tie it to Beachbody. So in the beginning, I needed to pay off student loans. How can Beachbody help me do that? Obviously, the more people I help, the more income I'm going to make. Same with saving up for a house. The direct correlation to the number of people I help, my income will grow. Or the number of coaches that I help mentor to hit Success Club or, go up the leadership ladder will help me in that life vision. So have a vision that works for you. You may not relate to my vision at all, right? You might want to start growing a family, or you might want to quit your full-time job. You might want to travel the world. Whatever it may be, take some time to really think about that and then relate it to coaching. How can coaching help you get there? If you don't have that link between how coaching can help you get to this amazing point in your life, you will not be a successful coach because you won't be motivated to do the activities that you need to do. So that's the very first step, guys. Think of your life vision and then know for a fact, how can Beachbody help you get there? Okay. The next thing that made me fall in love with coaching, sorry. Excuse me. The next thing that made me fall in love with coaching was knowing exactly what I needed to do to achieve those goals. If you tell me, if someone were to say, you need to hit Success Club 15 every single month, that'll grow your income, that'll give you the momentum you need, I'd be like, okay, but I don't know how to do that. So I'm the type of person that's motivated by knowing exactly what I need to do to reach those Beachbody goals that will help me reach my vision. And that's what I'm doing with all of my personally sponsored coaches right now. I'm having them write out their vision and then their goals, and then breaking it down from there. Know exactly what you need to be doing in order to reach those goals. So for example, say you want to quit your full-time job, or no, let's do an even simpler one. Say you want to hit diamond. What do you need to do to hit diamond? A lot of coaches are saying they want to hit diamond by February or by March. What actions will help you get there, right? So actions, you need to post. You need to send invites. You need to do follow-ups. Hopefully you guys know all of these activities, but you can't just say, hit diamond rank, hit Success Club. That's another one. Everyone's saying hit Success Club. Okay, but how are you going to do that? You have to know the exact steps. So break it down at a granular level. And it might seem like obvious, like you know that you need to do this, but writing it down on paper and then being able to check it off your list, like you did this day or this week, will make it very apparent to you if you're on track with actually reaching those goals. So break it down to the goal level so that you know when you sit down at your desk or on your couch or wherever you work, when you plug into your business, what are you doing today to move your business forward? Scrolling Facebook does not count. Scrolling Instagram does not count. Even if you're scrolling to find people, that doesn't count. Have a list. That's one of my best tips that has helped me, is having a list, so that when you do sit down and your task is just to connect with people, you have a list of people you're ready to connect with. Or when you sit down and you have to invite today, or you have to invite for the next 30 minutes, having a list of people to invite. That will make everything so much smoother. You'll be more efficient, more productive. So have a list. Okay, so reach out to your upline coach if you haven't ever done that, or if you need help breaking it down, or you just need a different perspective on what it is that you need to be doing to hit those goals. Next thing I want to talk about is income producing activities. So I'm just going to be walking through the activities that you need to be doing on a daily basis or on a weekly basis that will move your business forward. And I could give tips for days on each one of these. So then after I walk through each one, if you guys, I want to hear from you on which of those you feel like you need the most help with, or you just need new ideas on, and I can share tips and ideas for that. So the first one is expanding your network. You can only help as many people as you're connected with. When I first started coaching, I only had a Facebook business page. I did not use my personal page. I did not use Instagram. And my thought was, I'm way too nervous to post publicly. I don't want my family and friends to be seeing. And you guys, I wasn't even sharing anything personal. I was just sharing little fitness memes that I found on Facebook and on Instagram for my personal account. And I was like, people are going to think I'm so stupid for doing this Beachbody thing. No one's going to be inspired. And so I started on my business page only. Then I realized I was actually out. I remember I went out to dinner with Harry and his sister and her husband said that he was watching my fitness page and it was really inspiring. And I can't even tell you how red I got. I was like, people are watching me? Like, I was so embarrassed. But then after that night, and I got over like, oh my God, I'm like apparently out in the public now sharing all of this. I was like, if he's watching me, who's like, I'm not even trying to target him at all, other people are watching me too. And so that was when I decided I needed to start two things. One, posting more of my story, get more vulnerable, share who I really am, and post on other platforms. Chalene Johnson says that posting on your personal page is like talking to your family, friends, and friends of friends. Posting on other outlets like Instagram is like reaching the rest of the world. So you're only as big and you're only as successful as big as your network is. So constantly focus on expanding that. And again, lots of different ways to do that. Next, and this is the single biggest change that I made in my business last year is, and now I think it's a vital behavior, is interacting and connecting with people. I was the queen at inviting and follow-ups. I was amazing at it, to the point where there were months where I didn't invite anyone because my follow-up list was so big. But my issue is that nobody, like my success rate of the number of invites and the number of follow-ups I was doing to actually signing up, maybe 15%, like not rarely people, I should have been seeing much more success. And so I was doing that, you guys, for 2.5 years. It wasn't until this last August that I was like, I need to make a change. And so the single change that I did was in between following up with people and then following up again, and in between the time that I actually invite them, I'm just connecting with them. I'm interacting with them. So I have a specific day of the week, Tuesdays, is my interaction day, where all I do is go to people's pages and like their stuff and comment on their stuff. That's it. And then on Wednesdays, it's my connection days. All I do is I go to their page, I see what they're posting about and say, hey, Ashley, I love your hat. Where is it from? Or, hey, Mallory, your hair is adorable. Did you use the wand or do you use the straightener? Or, Ashley, your baby is absolutely adorable. How old is she? Anything at all. Nothing health and fitness related. I'll point that out. Anything else. It may be weird when you first start doing it, but it's so natural and you really start to connect with people that way. And build that friendship so that when you go in for the invite, it's not weird. I don't wait for the conversation to turn into health and fitness at all. It rarely ever comes up. I just go in for the invite, and 9 times out of 10 now they want more information. And then when I invite them, maybe they say no, I'll go back to interacting with them. And when I follow up for next month, they're usually game to join the next group. So that little tweak of just being a human and friendly has changed my business. So interact and connect with people. Next is invites. I don't really know much more to say other than invites. If you're not inviting to your business, nobody's going to join you. If people don't know, like we talked about with the all access bot, if people don't know that you are a coach and that you have that at your fingertips, no one's going to reach out to you and ask for it. So you have to be inviting to your business. I invite on Mondays. And it is strategic. I feel like over the weekend, people typically fall off the bandwagon. They maybe eat a little bit more. They skip their workouts. They drink too much. So Mondays is my day where I'm just sending massive invites to all those people I connected and interacted with last week. Sometimes I will do it on Fridays because I feel like it's payday. So sometimes they're more likely to splurge. But you have to be inviting to your business. My strategy now is invite first to a challenge group. Lead with health and fitness. Lead with transforming your body and changing your eating habits and all of that. And then get them to see a transformation and then invite to the coaching opportunity. So get them in the door, help them, and then invite them to inspire others. If you do see someone, though, that would be a rock star coach, invite them directly to the opportunity. Some of my top coaches are ones that I was like, you need to be a coach, at the same time that I signed them up with a challenge pack. So don't be afraid to go in for that, especially if you see that potential. Yep, your business will not grow if you never plant the seed. And inviting is planting the seed. Twice in my 3-year history of coaching have I ever invited someone and they signed up that same day. 2 times. Inviting is planting the seed. It's having that conversation. It's opening them up to objections. I want to hear their objections because then I know how I can help them overcome that. So think of inviting as just like, hey, throwing this out there. Would you be at all interested in joining us? It's nothing scary. Take the scariness out of it and just invite. You won't grow if you're not inviting people to join you. So next thing is follow-ups. Follow-ups are my jam. I love follow-ups because follow-ups is where people sign up, right? Like I keep saying, no, people don't really, they don't sign up when you invite them. They sign up when you follow up with them. When you follow up with them is when they're like, oh, I need to ask my husband, or, oh, it's too expensive, or I'm going to try the gym this month. Keep track of what their excuses are so that you can follow up with them later. For example, now I'm hearing people say that they're going to go to the gym and do it on their own. And I'm like, great, totally support you. I used to be a gym goer as well. I'll check in with you in a couple weeks to see how things are going. Then guess what I do? In 2 weeks, or maybe 3 weeks, in between that time, I'm connecting with them and interacting. But in 2 or 3 weeks, I'm going to say, hey, Coley, I remember that you mentioned that you were going to the gym and you were really excited to lose those 15 pounds. How are you loving the results you're seeing? Guess what they're going to say? They say, oh, I didn't join yet because XYZ, or, the workouts are great, but my nutrition isn't on point, so I haven't seen many results. They never love their results, you guys. Even if they try a competitor like Herbalife, Isogenics, I still follow up and I say, are you loving the results you're seeing? And 9 times out of 10, they're not. I did have one person say, yes, but she wants to try something new in 2 months. So ask how they're doing. And my strategy is like bless and release. When someone says that they're not ready to sign up, I don't pressure them. I do ask why. I say, totally fine. I understand what's holding you back this month. So that then I can say, I can overcome whatever objection they throw at me. But then I'm like, okay, totally fine. I'll interact with them, invite them the next month by following up with them. And it's just a process. Once you get in the groove, it's so easy to keep going. But follow-ups is really where people open up to you and they know that you're serious. Lots of times coaches invite and they'll have that conversation, but they never follow up. Also, this happened today. I have a lot of people I was talking to last month that, of course, had like the income objection or cost objection. But I had 5 people who actually did want to sign up last month, and I sent them the link to order. And I didn't realize until today that they never ordered. If I didn't follow up with them today, if I forgot to follow up with them, how stupid would I have been? I sent them the link. They already knew the price. They already knew they wanted to sign up as a discount member. They already knew everything. I wasn't hiding anything from them. They were ready, right? Ready enough for me to sign them up, and they just hadn't yet. That is just a follow-up, right? And I could be missing out, and maybe I did miss out because they haven't emailed me back yet. But and there was, I think, between 7 and 13 days ago, I sent the links out. So follow up with people. You don't want to miss out on someone because you didn't follow up with them. So that brings into the conversation tracking. You have to know who you're talking to. And when you're starting out, you might think, oh, I'll remember these people. And maybe you will, but I have the world's worst memory of all time. And so you might have a conversation with me an hour ago and I will totally forget. I told you I was going to send you a screenshot in 2 minutes, and so track who you're talking to, especially for moments like I just had where, I sent the link and they actually didn't sign up, or people will say, I'll be ready next month, or reach out to me on Friday. Track those things so that you actually can, because it means a lot to them. When you actually do follow up, they'll thank you. Right? They might not be ready that day, but they'll be ready the next day or next month, and they will thank you. So track it and follow up with them. And then the last income producing activity that I want to share with you, I guess maybe I wouldn't really call it an income producing activity, but it's an activity that will yield more people to talk to, more invites to be sent, and all of that, and it's posting. Not just posting, your healthy photos, not just posting your workout of the day or something. Being vulnerable and sharing your story. The only way I've actually had people reach out to me is when I share posts where I'm digging deep, where I'm sharing my past. And I don't share everything. I'm not asking you guys to share your deepest, darkest secrets. but think about all of the different parts of your story and know that other people are going through it too. So choose parts of that story that you feel okay with sharing, and share that. If this is your first time doing it, you're going to pee your pants when you press post, but you're going to see so many people respond to it, or message you and ask for tips on how you overcame that, or just comment or share it with a friend. And that is what gets you to open up. I don't even remember what my first vulnerable post was. It wasn't very vulnerable. I'm trying to think of what it was. Oh, I remember. It was because I decided to sign up after family vacation, where we took a family photo, and it was just me and my two sisters. And Gretchen, my twin sister, was in the middle of preseason for soccer or something. She had literally ripped abs, and I was sitting next to her, and I just felt like a tub of lard. I was just like, this is supposed to be my twin sister. We're supposed to look alike, and I'm like the most out of shape I've ever been. So I shared that. And to me, I was like so nervous to share that, because it's scary. You're sharing how you felt, right? And you do feel like vulnerable in that situation, self-conscious in that situation. And then you're telling people that you felt self-conscious. You're telling people that you were not happy in your body, and they might look at you differently. That's why I was scared. But when I posted that was when my business started to change. That was the least vulnerable I've ever been. Now I share all sorts of parts of my story. I share that I used to take diet pills. I share that I used to binge eat, and the only reason I do that is because I saw the response from people. And I realize now it's not just me, and it's not just you. Other people are facing that too. So post in a way that you're relating to someone. Don't just post to everyone. Speak to your target client or coach. They're the ones that's going to be relating to you the most. They're the ones that when they do sign up, you're going to run with them because you can relate on such a common and similar level. So get over the fear of digging deep in your own story and sharing that, if it even is a fear. If it's not a fear for you, I challenge you to find something else that makes you uncomfortable with posting about. Think about your full story. When I first signed up, I was like, I don't have a massive weight loss transformation. I don't really have any sort of transformation. I'm just your typical wanted to get fit type of girl, right? And I really thought that for probably the first year. And then I kept being challenged to share my story. And I was like, okay, so I just sat down for an hour, and I was like, I thought of all of the low points in my life and what was I going through? How did I feel? And wrote them down. I actually wrote them down, and those became my inspiration for posts. And now, just like 3 years in, I'm remembering other times where I may have felt a certain way or did something or whatever. And so your story keeps growing as you remember more things. You just have to know yourself well enough to realize that this is your story, right? There's 14 of us on here. None of our stories are the same. I can promise you that. They might look the same on the outside until you tap into your emotions, your feelings, your past actions, and then they're insanely different. So you just have to do that assignment on yourself, and that's where your inspiration will grow. That's where you're going to reach out to people. Then when people do interact on those posts, they'll comment, they'll like it. Usually that's it. And then it's your job to then reach out. And my script now is just, hey, thank you so much for liking my post about when I struggled through binge eating. I really appreciate your support on my fitness journey. Are you also on a fitness journey? That's it. And I just start the conversation. Then you're going to get the same people to like your post. So instead of saying, are you also on a fitness journey? Say, how's your fitness journey going? Or just mention something about health and fitness. How's that going? You mentioned you were going to try something new. Basically, just start the conversation, and then you'll be able to slowly invite them from there. So that's all I have for you guys. Do you have any questions or need any tips or anything on any of the income-producing activities or anything else in your business? You can unmute yourself if you do.
Sam, are you still doing your bulk daily, like, how you said you did Tuesday connecting, Monday invites? Are you still doing that for every single day of the week?
Yeah. I'm a little bit behind, so sometimes, like today I did follow-ups, and I'm not technically supposed to do follow-ups until Thursday and Friday, but my goal is to get all caught up on that, and then every Monday is invites, Tuesday is interactions, Wednesday is connections, and then Thursday, Friday are follow-ups.
Okay.
I like it because I flow people through Tuesday through Monday. I end with Monday because that's the actual invite. And it's different for everyone. So I'll interact with someone and then I'll connect with someone. If that conversation flows really smoothly, I might invite them in the same day or the next Monday, but sometimes they don't respond, or if they do, it's like short and sweet. We're not really vibing yet. And so I'll move them to the next week and I'll connect again. Or maybe I'll go back to interact. I switch them between those two until I feel like we have at least 2 or 3 things that we can talk about and it won't be weird, and then I'll go in for the invite. Okay. And I will say, doing it that way, my goal is 50 people each day. 30 to 50. 50 is on the high end. But if you guys do adopt that, don't think that you can send 10 invites on Monday, 10 interactions. That won't move your business forward. Maybe one person will sign up that week, so then maybe 4 people all month if you're consistent with doing 10 every single day. But you guys should aim for more than that.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And the only reason I switched to that, you guys, is because I was trying to do the 3 to 5 of everything every day, and my brain just doesn't work like that. I would end up doing 10 follow-ups and then no new invites, and then maybe 2 new people added to my network. So for me, it's nice to just focus on one main thing each day. If you need like the multitasking, you like jumping from one thing to the next, do everything every day, just in smaller quantities or greater quantities.
Something that I remember coming into problems with when I was working my business more, I would send out like all these messages and I would be like, hey, join my challenge group, blah, blah, blah. And then I would get all of these responses like back at one time, and I felt like I had to answer and keep that engagement going back and forth. Like I didn't want to let it slip by. So I would spend like 3-hour blocks just like messaging people back and forth. Like, how do you keep all of that straight? Do you just set a time aside when you respond to people? Or like, I know we're on different like levels, so I'm sure you're doing things differently. Right. But when you first started out, how did you balance it all?
One tip is I use my notes app. And so I never have to think of what to say. And especially now, my conversations are so streamlined. Like I'm saying the exact same thing to every person after the invite, like once we start talking about the group. So I just copy and paste the little blurb from my notes and then paste it to them. So that makes it super fast. And then it really depends. If they're interested in a challenge group and they want more information on that, I prioritize those people. Mm-hmm. But I mean, if they don't seem that interested, or they already have objections, or it's just someone that I message, like I'm trying to form a relationship with them, I won't respond right away. I'll wait until my follow-up days, which are Thursday and Friday. That's 2 days for that, because that's it, follow-ups from my invites and follow-ups from conversations that I just missed out on the previous days.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And don't add the extra stress to yourself, because usually like the person that you're messaging isn't really waiting for your message. They're also working or grocery shopping or making dinner, So it's totally fine to not respond right away.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like when I see it pop up on my phone, like, oh my gosh, I got to respond right now. So I like drop everything and do it.
I think I almost groomed you guys that way because that's what I experienced, and I loved that aspect of my coach. So, and I wanted to be that way for you guys. But as you know and experience, it can be draining to do that. And you won't get through all of your work if you respond right away. So imagine if you're like sending invites for the next 30 minutes or an hour. If you send an invite, they respond, and then you respond, you might have a full conversation with one person who at the end, they say, reach out to me next month, and you missed out on all of those other invites. So now when I invite all 30 people or all 50 people, then I'll go back if I have time to tell them more information.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. No
I'm going to try that.
Any other questions? No? All right. Well, then I won't keep you any longer. If any questions do come up about those things or the goal setting and vision, I would love, love, love for you guys to really take some time to think about that vision because it is different for everyone, and then make that connection with Beachbody. So I like to end with a challenge. And so my challenge for you guys tonight is, or the rest of the week whenever you have time, is to think about your vision and then post it in the recording that I'm going to upload to Fit Vibes Tribe afterwards, just so that we can all share what we are hoping to accomplish, and then share how can Beachbody help you get there, or share like what goals do you have that will help you get there, like hitting Diamond, hitting Success Club, or just getting over your fear of talking to more people. It doesn't even have to be one of the benchmark things. So your vision, and then how Beachbody will help you get there. All right. If you have any questions, oh my gosh, you guys, there's, I'm reading the 12-week year right now, and there's a whole section on vision, goal setting, planning, time management. If you want like a business-driven book or Audible, I definitely recommend that one. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for hopping on. I'm here if you have any more questions throughout the night, and I will talk to you guys next week, or probably earlier, but next week, Wednesday at 5. Bye, guys.
Bye.